Broadcasting Corporation.
Bida ka rito.
Bida ka rito.
Karito, mas pilalakas, mas pilabilis, at mas pilalinaw. Radyo Bida, 747 sa iyong mga piitan.
Inihatid sa inyo ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Dr. Bernie Miguel sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, Provincial Government of Cotabato at ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Eskwela. Radyo Eskwela. Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Ganap na alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon. Radyo Eskwela sa DXND. Radyo Bida.
Maing buntag. Maingon ang takog maing bontag. Maing buntag mga igala sa atong mga tigpaminaw o ang mga nag-atang sa Radyo ESKWELA. Siyempre pa, ang maong programa, gidalit ka na to gikan sa With Love John Foundation Incorporated, inubanan sa Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division. Siyempre, simulcasta sa DXMS Cotabato City, ang Radyo Bida dito nga area. Maing buntag, the whole part of North Cotabato. Ako, si Marlon Bulasa.
Asa ka ba mutag usab sa atong mga suking tigpaminaw? Welcome na usab dinhi sa Radyo ESKWELA, ang radio-based instruction para sa atong mga learners dinhi sa Kidapawan City. Ingon man, mga learners nato loko probinsya sa North Cotabato. Sa kamay buntag kanyang tanan, ang ato ang pagatamyaw sa atong mga listeners, mga ginikanan, stakeholders, atong partners, of course, personay sa Kidapawan City Division headed by SDS Omar A. Obas and ASDS Ma'am Hasmin Isla. Usa ka maayong buntag. Welcome kini si Crizalde and Sampani Binyes.
Good morning! Usa ka maayong buntag sa atuang tanan mga igala, sa atuang mga suking tagapaminaw, sa atuang mga learners nga nagapaabot, nagahulat
Yan.
sa ilahang lesson for today ug
Correct.
sa tanan natong mga nag-birthdays today.
Yay!
Good morning!
Happy birthday!
Good morning sa atuang tanan, kini si Gladys Mir Pontongan.
Og sa makausap pa, atong ginaimbitahan ang mga ginikanan sa atong mga bata, mga pupils sa grade 5 o grade 6. Andaman ng ang inyong mga kaugalingon kay unya taod-taod. Atong ipadungog kaninyo ang RBI alang kaninyo sa subject nga English.
Ayan. Para sa atong mga listeners, grade 5, ayan, ready na. I hope na nabasa, naansiran na, nascan na ninyo inyong mga module sa grade 5 sa ato ang English nga subject. Kay atong ipadungog kaninyo para madungagan ang inyong kahibalo, inyong mga pagtulunan diya sa subject or discipline sa English.
Okay, so
Dili na ta maglangan, pangutan na nato.
Okay, ang pangutana. Ang pangutana.
Nagmamadali ka?
Grade
Dali, napay
5
i-record.
learners. Andam na ba mo?
Andam na!
Okay,
Ayan.
andam naman. Ani-ana ang English grade 5.
Hi, grade 5 pupils. How are you today? Welcome to another episode of Radyo ESKWELA. Today, we will learn about compound and complex sentences. Kids, do you still remember what are the dependent and independent clauses? Let us have a pre-assessment. Kindly open your modules on page 2. Let us read sentence and identify the dependent and independent clause. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1. I do some exercise in the house even though I am in isolation. The independent clause is I do some exercise in the house. The dependent clause is even though I am in isolation. Number 2. Because I want to learn, I will watch the clips of how to survive the pandemic. The independent clause is I will watch the clips of how to survive the pandemic. The dependent clause is because I want to learn. Number 3. After watching video clips, we went out to buy fruits and supplementary vitamins. The independent clause is, we went out to buy fruits and supplementary vitamins. The dependent clause is, after watching video clips. Number 4. I still help the team to monitor the data of patients although I stay at home. The independent clause is, I still help the team monitor the data of patients. The dependent clause is, although I stay at home. Number 5. He cannot do his regular activities since he was advised to isolate himself. The independent clause is, he cannot do his regular activities. The dependent clause is, since he was advised to isolate himself. Number 6. While in the clinic, we will always maintain social distancing. The independent clause is, we always maintain social distancing. The dependent clause is, while in the clinic. 7. Even though the frontliners are tired, they give their best effort. The independent clause is, they give their best effort. The dependent clause is, even though the frontliners are tired. Number 8. While waiting for the laboratory result, she was so upset. The independent clause is, she was so upset. The dependent clause is, while waiting for the laboratory result. Number 9. Before the community quarantine, I can go to the farm regularly. The independent clause is, I can go to the farm regularly. The dependent clause is, before the community quarantine. Number 10. To lessen the spread of the virus, the government imposed physical distancing protocols. The independent clause is, the government imposed physical distancing protocols. The dependent clause is, to lessen the spread of the virus. That was great, kids! You are now ready to discover more. In the previous module, you have learned how to infer unfamiliar words using different strategies. These new and unfamiliar words can be defined using context clues, compound words, synonyms, antonyms, and using word parts in the blended and clipped words. I know you have already mastered your previous lesson. Let us now proceed. When it comes to sentence constructions, compound and complex sentences are typically long and complicated. This is because they combine two different types of sentences into one long sentence. Before you start writing compound and complex sentences, you will need to understand what a complete sentence is. There are two main parts of a complete sentence. The first part is the subject, which is either a noun or a pronoun. It answers the question, who or what. The second part is the predicate, which is usually a verb, explains what the subject is doing. When a sentence has one subject and one verb, it is called a clause. A clause is any portion of a sentence that includes a subject and a verb, but it doesn't always necessarily describe a complete sentence. However, simple sentence is made of one clause, which can stand alone as a complete sentence. Simple sentence is called independent clause. For example, we salute all frontliners. Number 2, the act of kindness inspires others. Number 3, They prepare home-cooked meals. 4. Quarantine pass allows one person to buy necessities. Each of the sentences above has a subject and a verb. It stands by itself as a complete idea. It is alone and can survive on its own. This is an independent clause or a complete simple sentence. So, what happens when we want to compose longer sentences? Independent clauses can link up with other independent clauses to become compound sentences. Compound sentences are formed by combining two independent clauses. But how are we going to connect it together? When independent clauses are joined, they need a coordinating conjunction between them. Coordinating conjunctions include the following words: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. There are 7 and you can remember them using the acronym FANBOYS. Everybody say FANBOYS. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Here are some examples of compound sentences. Number 1. The frontliners work round the clock, so we offer them home-cooked meals. The two independent clauses are: the frontliners work round the clock and we offer them home-cooked meals. The coordinating conjunction is so. When you write a compound sentence, you need to use a comma before the coordinating conjunction to punctuate your sentence correctly. Now, you know how to make compound sentences with two clauses. But, just to make things even more complicated, there are two different kinds of clauses. You can make an independent clause into a dependent clause with just a word or two. If you remember that independent clauses are called independent because they like to be alone. What do you think dependent clauses like to do? It needs to be attached to another clause. These are not complete sentences, but they do contain a noun and a verb. For example, if we are to combat the pandemic, if we are to keep our community safe, if you are done with the home quarantine, when the country is struck by calamities and disasters. Does any of the sentence we read make sense? Can it exist by itself? How are you looking for more information? Each of the sentences we read cannot stand alone. You need more information to complete the thought. When a dependent clause is joined to an independent clause, it forms a complex sentence. A complex sentence needs subordinating conjunctions such as because, since, so that, if, unless, whether, than, although, even though, after, until, whenever, where, wherever, or a relative pronoun such as that, who, or which. The dependent clause can sum either at the beginning or the end of the sentence. For example, strict protocols will be imposed if the public fails to observe physical distancing and health standards. The dependent clause is strict protocols will be imposed. The dependent clause is if the public fails to observe physical distancing and health standards. Number 2. Even if quarantine measures have been relaxed, health protocols advise the public not to be complacent about it. The independent clause is health officials advise the public not to be complacent about it. The dependent clause is, even if quarantine measures have been relaxed. That is wonderful. You now understand compound and complex sentences. Just remember, when you place the dependent clause at the beginning of the sentence, you need to put a comma after it. When the dependent clause is at the end of the sentence, no comma is required. Grade 5 pupils, you are now ready for an activity. Kindly open your modules on page 9. Let us answer activity 2 together. Let us identify the independent clause and dependent, subordinate clause in each sentence. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1. After the 14-day quarantine, he was issued a certificate of completion. The independent clause is, he was issued a certificate of completion. The dependent clause is, after the 14-day quarantine. Number 2. Unless she reports it, she will be the missing link in the contact tracing. The independent clause is, she will be the missing link in the contact tracing. The dependent clause is, unless she reports it. Number 3. Even though they finish the quarantine, they will still have to follow the health restrictions. The independent clause is, they will still have to follow the health restrictions. The dependent clause is, even though they finished the quarantine. Number 4. We went to the health office since laboratory tests were required. The independent clause is, we went to the health office. The dependent clause is, since laboratory tests were required. Number 5. Whenever you are ready, you need to let me know. The independent clause is, you need to let me know. The dependent clause is, whenever you are ready. 6. Wherever you are, I will find you. The independent clause is, I will find you. The dependent clause is, wherever you are. Number 7. Before the enhanced community quarantine, my mother bought basic food and medical supplies. The independent clause is, my mother bought basic food and medical supplies. The dependent clause is, before the enhanced community quarantine. Number 8. If my sister fails, I will be the one to blame. The independent clause is, I will be the one to blame. The dependent clause is, if my sister fails. 9. Because of the pandemic, children and senior citizens are restricted to go out of their homes. The independent clause is, children and senior citizens are restricted to go out of their homes. The dependent clause is, because of the pandemic. Number 10. As one of the frontliners during this pandemic, doctors and nurses risk themselves just to provide healthcare services. The independent clause is, doctors and nurses risk themselves just to provide healthcare services. The dependent clause is, as one of the frontliners during this pandemic. Wow, that was an amazing job, kids! To hone our understanding about compound sentences, let us all answer Activity 3 on page 10 of your modules. Let's get started. Let us compose a compound sentence by combining the two simple sentences found in your module using the connecting words for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Number 1. You feel supported by being listened to. So, talking can be a way to cope with your problem. The connecting word we used is so. Regular exercise not only boosts one's self-esteem, but it can also help one to concentrate, sleep, and feel better. The connecting word we use is but. Number 3. A change of place and pace is good for your mental health. Or, it could be a 5-minute pause from your routine work also. The connecting word we used is or. Number 4. Taking care of yourself physically can improve your mental health, and practicing good coping skills reduce mental health problems. The connecting word we used is and. Number 5. People with strong family and social connections are generally healthier, yet those who lack a support network are often stressed. The connecting word we use is yet. Great job, kids, in constructing those compound sentences. This time, we are going to compose complex sentences. Kindly open your modules on page 10. Let us combine the dependent clause and independent clause found in your module to create a complex sentence. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1. Because taking care of oneself is important during pandemic, fuel your body by eating a healthy and well-balanced diet. Number 2. While donating basic food supplies and money to local organizations can help, you can look for other ways to help your community, like blood donating. Number 3. Since there is an infectious disease outbreak, there are many things we can do to support our well-being. Number 4. Although you are staying at home, you can still reach out and share help to others. Number 5. Try not to have a coffee or alcohol before bedtime because too much alcohol and caffeine can affect how well you sleep. Good job! Kids, always remember, there are two types of clauses in a sentence: independent clause and dependent clause. Independent clause or simple sentence can stand alone as a complete sentence. It has a subject and a verb, and it stands by itself as a complete idea. The other kind of clause is a dependent clause. These are not complete sentences, but they do contain a noun and a verb. It cannot stand alone. It needs more information to complete the thought. If two independent clauses are combined, it forms compound sentences. When these clauses are joined, they need a coordinating conjunction between them. Coordinating conjunctions include the following words: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. There are 7, and you can remember them using the acronym FANBOYS. When a dependent clause is joined to an independent clause, it forms a complex sentence. It needs subordinating conjunctions such as because, so that, since, although, and many more. You are doing an amazing job, grade 5 pupils. Surely you can answer all activities in this module. You truly understand compound and complex sentences. At this point, let us now have your assessment. Kindly open your modules on page 15. I will read each sentence and you are going to identify what kind of sentence are the following. Choose the letter of the correct answer and write it on a separate sheet of paper. Are you ready? Let's begin. Number 1. A healthy diet is vital for the development of every child. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, D simple sentence. 2. Since children need a balanced diet to grow, they need a variety of nutritious food every day. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, D simple sentence. Number 3. You eat healthy snacks daily and serve it in appropriate portions. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, D simple sentence. 4. If your child eats a healthy diet, 1 sweet a day is fine. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, D simple sentence. Number 5. Because sugary snacks and drinks are unhealthy, control your sugar intake to stay healthy. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, D simple sentence. Number 6. Fruits should be a major part of one's diet because it will provide lots of vitamins to stay strong and healthy. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, letter D simple sentence. 7. The recommended amount of fruit may differ by age, but you should eat 1 or 2 cups of fruits a day. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, and letter D simple sentence. Number 8. You should try to eat healthy, but you should also enjoy your food and meal time. Letter A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, D simple sentence. Number 9. Sleep is as important as healthy diet and exercise. So, get plenty of sleep. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, and letter D simple sentence. Last number 10. While it is important to be physically active, it is also important to give yourself a time to relax and take things easy. A clause, B complex sentence, C compound sentence, and letter D simple sentence.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match.
Wow! Congratulations, kids! I know you have learned a lot already. Make sure to answer all the activities in your module and always remember, stay positive. This has been your radio teacher for today. My name is Crizalian Sampani Binyes. Keep safe until next time.
Still got a lot of fire left in me.
Radyo ESKWELA.
Inihahatid sa inyo ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Dr. Bernie Miguel sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, Provincial Government of Cotabato at ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Ang Radyo ESKWELA. Sa kinakaharap na krisis ng ating bansa, ang pag-aaral at pagtututo ay di dapat mahinto. Edukasyon ating isulong. Ito ang DepEd Radyo ESKWELA. Radyo ESKWELA, Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Ganap na alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon. Radyo ESKWELA sa DXND, Radyo Bida.
Radyo ESKWELA.
Hello. Ang ato nga mga suki diha nga mga estudyante ug mga pupils. Nahuman nagyud ang ato ang unang hugna, no?
Correct.
Ang English Grade
5.
5.
Ayan.
So, congratulations ato ang radio
Congratulations.
teacher.
Oo, medyo mahaba din
Teacher
yun, no?
Crizel.
Oo.
And we will recognize the scriptwriter si Sir Ferdinand Failano Jr.
Ayan, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Of course, sa pangunguna din po ng ating RBI coordinator at saka sa English coordinator para sa ating elementary, Ma'am Shirley Dua. Ayan, nakikinig
Hi, ma'am.
at nakamonitor
Thank you.
din po. Salamat you guys sa mga paggiyag yun, Ma'am Shirley.
Of
Dagang
course.
salamat. And sa mga reminders, thank you very
Monitor
much.
lang yun mo diya, mama. Lisod po kayong dili may
Oh,
monitor.
salamat kayo, Mami. Sige.
Okay.
Alright. Congratulations to grade 5 learners, independent and dependent clause.
Clauses.
Oh, ganahan ko na. That's my favorite topic sa
Simple,
English.
complex, compound na mga sentences.
Sentences.
Ay, grabe.
Ang lesson na magsugod yung ka na sa parts of the sentence. Asa ang predicate, asa
Asa
ang
ang
subject.
subject. Ayan.
Yung pagkahuman ana dugangan nag-isa ka sentence, then aduna
Another,
day connection no na compound na siya.
Okay.
Dugang hantod nga magkalisod.
Hantod
O
complex na
mas
siya.
complex na
Ayan.
siya.
And syempre, dako kay nagtabang sa ato ang mga learners kay syempre
True.
diha gyud magsugod no. Okay, kung paunsa ta mag
Create
og mga sentences ug how ta mo create og sentences, muhad na pud ta mo istorya.
Correct.
Pag-abot sa panahon.
Ayan.
Practice na siya kung paano na ta mag-edit
Correct.
later on. No? Kaya na may mga fragmented sentences
Ayan.
na complex nga. Kinahanglan i-simplify so mag-edit na sila.
Ayan.
Yes.
So from simple and then to compound to
and
complex
complex.
sentences.
Ganahan yun ko, ana.
Yeah, me
Labi
too.
na formal theme sa
O,
una.
di ba ano rin kayo? Major in English?
Opo. Oo, major in
Oh,
English
grabe yung mga
din.
ano, linguist, ayan, mga English specialist. Pero not so, pero
That's
carry lang. Ayan.
Alright.
Okay.
So, mga kauban ako din sa pag-broadcast.
Bitaw?
No? We would like to invite nga sa Radyo ESKWELA bitaw mutabang sila og share nga para mabalaan nga adunay Radyo ESKWELA
Correct.
nga naga-exist.
Okay, unsa ba ang mga way para ma-promote ning RBI sa ato ang
apti
mga
kayo, no?
Oo. How will we promote this one? Alright, pinakauna na is atong i-share sa
I-share.
atong mga
Facebook.
silingan.
Mga watch party ta.
Oo. Aside sa social media, pwede raman ta
Verbal.
Oh, verbal sa atong
Word
silingan.
of mouth.
Ang pinaka key lang yun diri is ang communication.
Communication
Ayan,
is the
that is
process.
my very favorite thing yun ang kanang
Yes.
pag-communicate kay
Because when you communicate, you transfer messages from one end to another
not
end.
just transfer but you kanabitong dunay pagsabot no pag sinabtanay tungod anang communication everything will be a harmonious. Ayan.
correct.
Harmonious lang yung mga yung
And
relasyon.
syempre
That's
karon
why-
ang mga kabataan naman pud nato naa naman gyud sa social media.
Iingon po unta
oo,
nila, no?
Pinaagi pud sa social media by sharing katong mga
YouTube
mga,
nato.
YouTube nato nga radyo
Fan page.
Mm.
Wala ka.
Okay, and DX
Note sa mga
and
follow
the
Magdi-cam biya.
747 nga Facebook sa
Ayan.
DXND. So, i-share nato na para mas mahibaw-an sa
Oo,
daghan.
wag kayo
Okay.
mag-share ng mga memes na mga wala diri wala dito. Dapat, 'di ba, if you are a media and information literate individual, you know what to share nga mga information nga makapatabang sa atong kalambuan. So okay.
Teacher lang. Pero gahapon man good, adunay ginikanan nga nalipay
Correct.
kay murag na share daw niya karon bago ra niya nabalaan siya. Uy, may gani kay gi-share daw.
Kasi
sa
nga
iya, ha.
nakita niya at na-inform
Naa
siya.
daw di ay ingani. Mo to nga sige na siya pangutana kung unsang mga schedule sa aning mga grade kay para po siyang anak nga atangan niya. So giingnan nako nga mo balik man ta ini quarter 2 sa grade 1 o grade 2. So atangan lang yun nila ang Radyo Bida.
Katupod ako ang amiga, no, sige po siya pangutana kung kanus ana po daw mabalik ang grade 1 kay naapod siya anak nga grade 1 o gusto gyud siya nga maminaw sa RBI kay para mag-guide sila in answering kay naa magoy mga butang pod. Naay mga butang
Uy, wag kayo magalit.
naa magoy mga butang po daw dito nga murag dili kay masabtan. So pinaagi sa RBI mas nasabtan
Correct.
Katong na-miss nila, pwede nilang balikan.
Okay.
No, 'di ba? Katong wala na nila nadunggan kay ang naabdan na nila grade 5 na o grade 6.
Pwede yung balikan
Balik
po.
sila sa fan page sa DXND.
Okay,
And
ndbcnews.com tapos tanaw lang sila dito sa DepEd Learning Channel.
And also to Kidapawan City, DepEd tayo Kidapawan City. Pwede naman din yung ma-scroll doon kasi naalang man na siya dito tanan. Pwede ra balikan. In case nga gusto gyud ninyo mapaminawan ang specific nga lesson.
Correct. Alright, sige. Ang oras nato we get 38 minutes after 10 o'clock. Sunod na ta, plaster na mo mga
Grade
6. So, unsa atong ingon?
Ang atong pangutana, grade 6 learners, andam na ba mo?
Andam na!
Hello, grade 6 pupils. How are you today? Welcome to another episode of Radyo ESKWELA. Today, we are going to discuss the reliable and non-reliable sources of information. Also, be ready as we try to evaluate the sources of information through series of examples and activities. Are you ready? Let's get started with a new lesson. Kids, before we will start, let us first know your prior knowledge about our lesson. We are going to identify which among the examples will fall under reliable and non-reliable sources of information. Are you ready?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Good morning. Good morning. Hello and how are you? Hello and how are you?
Let's go! Number 1. Encyclopedia. Is it a reliable or non-reliable source of information? Reliable. Very good. An encyclopedia is a reliable source of information. Number 2. Gossip. Non-reliable. Very good. A gossip is a non-reliable source of information. Number 3. Blog. Non-reliable. Very good. A blog is a non-reliable source of information. Number 4. Newspaper. Reliable. Very good. A newspaper is a reliable source of information. Number 5. Facebook post. Non-reliable. Very good. A Facebook post is a non-reliable source of information. Number 6. Dictionary. Reliable. Very good. A dictionary is a reliable source of information. Number 7. Radio. Reliable. Very good. A radio is a reliable source of information. Number 8. Text message. Non-reliable. Very good. A text message is a non-reliable source of information. Number 9. Research article. Reliable. Very good. A research article is a reliable source of information. Number 10. Fiction story. Non-reliable. Very good. A fiction story is a non-reliable source of information.
Reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. Believe in your heart. Believe in your heart. You can go far. You can go far. Today's a new start. Today's a new start. I'll help you. I'll help you. You help me. You help me. Together let's work and play. And say, I'm gonna make this an awesome day. I'm gonna make this an awesome day.
During our previous lesson, we discussed about types and sources of information. Do you know that not all sources of information are reliable? Let's see how far do you know about reliable and non-reliable sources of information by doing an activity. Kindly open your modules on page 8. As you can see, written inside the box are several sources of information, such as Wikipedia, Atlas, advisory, blog, researches, opinion, comics, biography, myth, and Wattpad. You are going to box the reliable sources of information and cross out the non-reliable ones. Are you ready? You may now begin.
A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise old bird? A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise old bird?
Here are the reliable sources of information. Number 1, Atlas. Number 2, researches. Number 3, advisory. Number 4, biography.
A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise old bird? A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise old bird?
Here are the non-reliable sources of information. Number 1, Wikipedia. Number 2, blog. Number 3, opinion. Number 4, comics. Number 5, myth. And number 6, Wattpad. Great job, kids! Indeed, not all sources of information are reliable. We must be very careful and objective when reading information, especially online, since fake news are spreading everywhere.
Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet?
This time, kindly open your modules on page 9. Presented in your module are 2 sources of information. The one on the left is the official statement of the Department of Education regarding the opening of classes during the new normal. The other one is a news article from an unknown blog spot. The official statement is well written. It does not use any informal words, and the sentences are grammatically correct. It offers precise and detailed information about the topic it is presenting. The news article on the right, however, is misleading. The headline talks about the use of DepEd Commons and TESDA online courses, but the content talks about another topic, which is the use of social media in the Philippines. The sentences are not well written, and some are grammatically incorrect. Based on the materials presented, which do you think gives credible information? And why do you think so? Write your answer in a separate sheet of paper. If we are going to think critically, we can easily say that between the 2 sources, the official statement gives the credible information. Kids, always remember, not all written sources are reliable, no matter how sound their arguments may appear to be. To evaluate the reliability, you must consider several issues such as accuracy, authority, currency, and coverage. A reliable source of information is one that provides a thorough, well-reasoned theory, argument, and discussion based on strong evidence. On the other hand, non-reliable source of information doesn't always contain a true, accurate, and up-to-date information. Remember, as a reader, you must be careful about what you consult as a reliable source of information. That a source is in print or posted on the web does not automatically make it trustworthy. Be sure to screen what you find to make sure that it is reliable. You are doing great, grade 6 pupils. Let us see what you have learned so far. Kindly open your modules on page 10. Read the two news articles about the COVID-19. One from the official website of the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and the other is from a blog spot. Determine which of the two is the reliable source of information. If your answer is the news article from the Inquirer.net, then you are correct. You're almost there, kids. I know you have already learned a lot. Now, kindly open your modules on page 11 and let us answer, what can I do? Hazel's friend wanted to find out recent information about the updates on COVID-19. If you were to help her, what should be the possible sources of information would you suggest to her? Why? If I were to help Hazel's friend, I would suggest that she will get information from reliable sources such as the newspapers, the official website of the World Health Organization, the news on the radio every day, the news channels on the television, and many more. Very good, grade 6 pupils. You are now ready for your assessment. On a separate sheet of paper, write R if the source is reliable and NR if it is non-reliable. Are you ready? Let's get started. Number 1. Fiction story. Number 2. Text message. Number 3. Radio. Number 4. Dictionary. Number 5. Newspaper. Number 6. Facebook post. Number 7. Blog. Number 8. Gossip. Number 9. Research article. Number 10. Encyclopedia. Congratulations, kids! I know you have learned a lot already. Make sure to answer all the activities in your module. And always remember, stay positive. Before I would bid goodbye, I would like to extend my gratitude to our scriptwriter, Mr. Ferdinand Pailano Jr. Thank you so much, sir. This has been your radio teacher for today, Sir Marlon Bulasa. Keep safe until next time.
Radyo Eskwela.
Alright. O diya na human ang ato ang RBI sa English grade 6.
Oras na to mga igala, it's 10:58 in the morning. Og syempre atong pasalamatan ang ato ang scriptwriter, Sir Ferdinand Pailano, and of course ang ato ang radio teacher, our very own Sir Marlon Bulasa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And syempre kauban ni Sir Ferdy Pailano si Susie Tanyola.
Yes.
So, salamat po.
Thank you so much and
Asa mo ka
congratulations.
naglaag-laag rin?
Wala, may nagre-record ka sa kabila.
Okay.
Sa
So,
MTA.
nga na atong trabaho nun. Simultaneous din siya mga kaigsunan while we are doing our broadcast sa Radyo Eskwela. At the same
Nag-assist po
time,
me,
na ay nag-record po sa RBI for the next week. So,
Yeah. Na
wala,
material.
dili yun ta maundang, no? Kay, mo man na, priority man na to ang bata. Dili
Yes.
pud mi muhunong sa paghimo og
In the
RBI.
name of love to our learners. Ayan.
So diligid maundang ang pagtuon sa mga kabataan.
Di ba si makita lamang ko nila sa Facebook sa tuan si tagkatawa dere no.
Kasi masaya naman din talaga. Oo.
And dapat ingana ang atmosphere para ma-motivate nato to nga maminaw ang atong mga learners.
The more mangod siyang engaging ang atong lesson ko bang Marlon, ang atong mga learners will be motivated also to learn, 'di ba? Kasi lahi man gyud og learning style. So pinaagi pud sa ato ang tawag yan, entertain ba yan?
Yes.
O sa kanila is at least hindi na masyadong
Para light-light
Oo,
lang ba?
hindi masyadong heavy yung kanilang ang atmosphere.
Lipay ta dere pero at the same time
We're
nagatrabaho
working, yes.
off cam and
On cam.
Oo, on cam.
Oh, and syempre ato pang balik-balikon giding announcement ni Sir Omar Obas nga dili nato ansiran no.
Hi, Sir
ang ato
Omar.
ang mga module sa isa lang kaagi.
Yes po.
So there should be a timeline for every subject.
Yan,
O
may
mga
timeline.
ginikanan, mga ginikanan
It's
dili
a
nato ipugos ha.
timeline.
Okay, dili nato sila pugson na kay ang ato ang mga kabataan naagid sila nagkadaiyang learning style.
So,
Alright.
kailangan mag-focus din minsan sa ating module, mag-focus din sa engagement sa family. Ayan. Para balance lang ho yung ating buhay.
Siguro
And,
mao ganin na siguro ang hinungdan mo na ang pandemic no kay murag ang ato ang mga young
Heavy na masyado.
young karon murag layo na pud sa family
Oo.
ba. So with this murag naa na ta sa balay, nakauban na nato atong mga ginikanan, atong pamilya murag nahugot ng ato ang bond sa
Ayan.
ila.
Alright, so wala tayo igong oras.
Wala na
mga
ba?
kauban. Alas
Ah,
11 na. Kaya dabasig naapay mga programa nga mosunod.
Alright.
So ato na lang.
pero happy birthday muna sa
Ay,
lahat ng mga nagbe-birthday ngayong
happy
October
birthday,
20. Ayan.
Ma'am Glowena Tolentino Maed.
Yan. Happy
Our-
birthday, Ma'am Weng. Hi, Sir Bong. And of course,
Our assistant principal.
yes po. And happy birthday sa mga nag-birthday po.
And of
Lalong-lalo
course,
na. Ayan.
Roderick. Yes.
Naunahan ako. Good morning. Tapos happy birthday, tatay. Thank Take
birthday, Sir
care.
Rod.
Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday. Okay.
Ayan. So, salamat sa tanan nga nagpaminaw, nag-monitor. Meron pa ba ako? Ayan, nag-monitor po sa ating Radyo Eskwela, radio-based instruction. Dakong tabang sa atong mga learners, of course, sa mga ginikanan. Nga nitapan ni Gia sa ilang mga kanakandagan kayong salamat. We are simulcast sa DXMS Cotabato sa atong mga Facebook Live, sa mga naka-livestream, good morning, and salamat sa pag-monitor. And dagang salamat no sa daghana ba na itong pasalamatan. And alright, sa atong mga English nga mga writers and radio teachers and radios, dagan kayong salamat. Kini si Crizalda yan, Sampani Binyes.
Daghang salamat with Love John Foundation Incorporated, headed by Dr. Bernie Miguel. Inubanan usab sa atuang coordinator, Sir Ian Domingo. Daghang salamat sa atuang RBI coordinator, Ma'am Shirley Dua. Thank you so much sa suporta sa atuang CID Chief, Ma'am Milrose Peralta, and of course sa atuang Schools Division Superintendent, Omar A. Obas, kauban nato ang ASDS, Ma'am Hasmin Isla. Daghang salamat, walay undang pagpasalamat sa inyong tanan. Kini si Gladys Mir Pontongan.
Alright, ratsada na tanan. No, nagit kay igang oras. Daghang salamat sa pagpaminaw. Ug unyang hapon, ang Filipino RBI inyong madunggan. Unya, hangtod ugma, aduna pa tayo magpadayon ta hangtod Friday. No? Adunay mga special na mga RBI nga idalit alang kaninyo. Sa ngalan na lamang sa With Love John Foundation Incorporated, ang Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division. Mao ka nang paghatod kaninyo karong adlaw sa RBI, ang Radyo Eskwela. Ako si Marlon Bulasa nga nagaingon sa taliwala nining pandemic, I am a fighter, not a quitter.
Inyong napakinggan ang Radyo Eskwela, programang inihatid ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Dr. Bernie Miguel sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, Provincial Government of Cotabato at ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Radyo Eskwela, hanggang sa susunod na pagsasahing papawid. Maraming salamat.
Radyo Bida, mas malakas, mas malinaw. Radyo Bida, 747 sa iyong mga biitan. Dito, bida ka.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng BioGold.
Magandang araw Mindanao, narito ang bidang balita sa oras na ito. Umalma ngayon si Bangsamoro Member of Parliament Dato Midpantaw Midtimbang Sr. sa pahayag ni AFP Chief General Gilbert Gapay na umano'y ginagamit ng mga terorista sa pagre-recruit ng kanilang miyembro